Hello students, welcome to a very special episode of Target NEET Competitive and Academic Planning. In this episode, we are going to discuss about the smart revision of biology in the final stages of NEET 2021. As you know, already it is known to everyone, NEET 2021 going to happen during the first week of August. In the final phase, the most important thing for every student, for every subject, it may be physics, it may be chemistry, it may be biology, every student should need to concentrate more on that revision of every subject. I am here to discuss about the revision of biology in the final stages because if you are considering biology, you will get it is got a 50% weightage in NEET. If you want to confirm your rank in NEET, you must need to do very well in biology. Although physics and chemistry is also very important one, but physics or chemistry they're going to help you to elevate your rank. But if you want to secure your rank, then you must have to consider biology as your prime target. Anyways, in this episode of Target NEET, that is our main purpose. We are going to focus on how to deal with the revision of biology in this final stages. Now, before going to the technique of revision and all this, when it comes to revision, always two questions come to the mind of every student: what and how. In this episode, I am mainly going to concentrate on what to revise. Okay, actually we are going for a blueprint for what and how. Okay, let's go for it. Before starting, first I want to categorize the overall 90 questions of NEET in 4 categories. This category is done based on previous 12-15 years question. You can also do it if you are going through the questions of last 12-15 years of NEET. You will find questions mainly come in 4 categories. Let's take a look at it. The first category is going to be around 50% question, 40 to 45% question out of 90. Always going to be derived from the previous year questions. Remember this, I am just saying derived from. I am not saying questions going to be repeated from the previous year. Actually, derived from means these questions are the extension of knowledge of previous year question. Whatever may be the concepts you are going to develop during the solving of previous year question, those concepts are going to be helpful for the purpose of solving this around 40 to 45% question in case of NEET. Anyways, so around 50% question, 40 to 45 questions will be from this previous year connection. Now, if you are going to the next category, you will find 25 to 30 question that will be directly from NCERT textbook. NCERT textbook, but not linked with previous year. These are the fresh questions, very much specifically created for this 2021 NEET exam. Now come to the third category. This third category, around 25 to 30 question will be there. These are mainly the application based questions in connection with NCERT textbook. And 3 to 5 questions will be there. This 3 to 5 question, you can consider them as out of box. Means not even from NCERT, and the majority of circumstances you can consider these are very new unknown kind. Now, under normal circumstances, these 3 to 5 questions are very much important for those students who are thinking about national ranking, first 100, first 200 or something like this. If any student who is not targeting any national rank or something like that, or just thinking about a state rank, straight recommendation is going to be, don't consider this 3 to 5 questions. No need to answer. Don't waste your time. If you are getting any question, something like this, just leave it. Straight leave it. So overall, from this discussion, you will find, as a standard student, those who are thinking about a very standard rank, not in the national level, a very standard rank, if you were thinking about, you can target around this 85 to 87 question. And obviously, we don't want any mistakes. After understanding the categories of NEET questions, now we are going for weightage of units for 11th and 12th. As it is shown in this chart, you will get around 6 units are there mainly. Who has got the highest weightage? If you are considering class 11, diversity means the taxonomy, first unit of class 11, the unit cell and the unit human physiology. Obviously, human physiology is a very important unit with around 18% weightage. So from class 11, you must need to deal with these units, the diversity and the cell and the human physiology, very properly in terms of scoring good quality marks, since they have got a greater weightage from class 11. Now if you have come to class 12, reproduction and genetics unit has got the highest weightage along with the ecology. So from this weightage, everyone can understood what we need to study during our revision mainly. Remember this, revision is important because every student always going to complete their syllabus, but the only one factor which is going to determine your rank in the exam is the revision. The more and more revision you are able to manage, the more and more marks you are able to secure in the exam. So this chart going to help you to focus on directly in those chapters which has got higher weightage. I am not saying don't study all other units. You have to study since you are targeting 85 to 87 questions. But when you are revising, when it is come to revision, focus on those areas first which has got higher weightage. That is the main thing. Now, if you were dividing the chapters of NEET, you can divide them in 4 categories again. Some areas going to have high weightage in the exam, but you can prepare them with very low input. That kind of unit is there. Again, some units are there who has got high weightage, but in terms of preparation, obviously you need high input. You need to give high input. Okay, so accordingly, low weightage, low input, and low weightage, high input areas are also there. So you can divide them in 4 categories. Now, as per category, if I am going, these are the few areas which can be considered as high weightage with low input segment. From zoology, if you are going for digestion, breathing, excretion and microbes, these areas are always carrying a very good quality of weightage in NEET exam in terms of questions. But when you are going to prepare them or revising them, you need to give very low input. So that is why it is very important. From botany part, cell cycle and cell division, photosynthesis, sexual reproduction, biotechnology, 2 chapters, organisms, population, ecosystem and environmental issues. In the bracket, it is written the probable number of questions that may come in exam. So the main thing is that when you are talking about a group of high weightage, low input, you obviously must need to consider these areas first for the purpose of revision. because when you are talking about revision, this very low input are going to give you higher weightage. Now come to the next segment, always high weightage segment, but you need to give a little bit of higher input in terms of preparing them. Now if you are saying from zoology, this body fluid, neural control, coordination, chemical control, human reproduction and evolution, these chapters from zoology part always going to bear a high weightage in that exam, but revising them or preparing them requires a little bit of high input. Few technical issues are there, so many things you need to remember. Chapters are also little big, informations, direct, indirect, whatever in terms of that. From botany part also, if you are going for biological classification, plant kingdom, morphology of plants, anatomy of plants, cell, the unit of life, the first chapter of the unit cell, biomolecules, principles of inheritance and molecular basis. Again, remember this in the brackets, probable number of questions that may present in exam is given. So from that also you can has got the idea every chapter on an average may have minimum expected to have 3 questions. So that is where these two groups bears high weightage. So you must have to revise these two groups. One is high weightage but needs low input, and another one is this high weightage but with high inputs. You must need to revise very well of this segment. That will give you a very big contribution in terms of your exam. Now come to those segments which normally have low weightage, but also in terms of revising them or preparing them, it needs low input. Like this from zoology part, organization in animal, locomotion and movement, reproductive health, number of questions are already there, probable number. And going for botany, the living world, transport in plants, mineral nutrition, plant growth, reproduction in organism, and biodiversity and conservation. So these areas are normally 1 to 2 question maybe in the exam, and when it comes to revision, it needs low input. Just revising, you can means able to revise these chapters within a very short period of time. So this group is also easy to prepare. Now this is the final group. They contains normally low weightage, but in terms of revising them, you need some high input. So from that point of view, but the good thing is that that kind of chapters are very less. That is the point. From zoology, the animal kingdom part, human health and disease, respiration in plants and strategies in food. These chapters normally 0 to 1 question, maybe 1 to 2 question maximum maybe appear in exam, but in terms of revision or preparation, these chapters are a little hectic. That is why high input is needed. But still, since you were thinking about 85 to 87 questions you want to answer, you have to prepare them. But these groupings of questions are going to help you to understand which one need to revise first. Obviously, the group of chapters which give you higher weightage in exam, everyone must need to revise those chapters more time than the chapters with low weightage. That is why these categories has been created. Now, if we are going for chapter wise revision rating, actually this table is created just for the purpose of better time management for any student. Here 2 segments are shown, ratings are given from 1 to 10. As you were observing, from 6 onwards it is red colored, and from 2, 3, 4 this is blue color. The red color chapters, as it is written here, 11-8 means from class 11 chapter 8. If it is written in the rating 10, 12-2 means class 11 chapter 2. If it is written 12-5 means class 12 chapter 5. It is written in that way. So accordingly you can mark it in your NCERT textbook contents. Issue is the chapters with higher rating. Higher rating you can consider 6 onwards, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 can be considered as higher rating. Chapters with higher rating requested to revise 4 to 5 times before exam. Okay, that is a very important aspect. Chapters with higher rating must need to be revised 4 to 5 times before exam. And as everyone knows, when it comes to revision, it is recommended to everyone to revise or go through your NCERT book very carefully, because if you are going for the first chapter, first categories of questions, remember this, again remember this, 40 to 45 questions going to derive from previous year question papers. So please deal with last 12 to 15 years question paper, all the question, let's solve all the question, and accordingly keep those concepts in your mind, because derivatives of these concepts going to come 50%. 25 to 30 question, again it's just a reminder, 25 to 30 question directly from NCERT. That is why it is recommended to everyone, go through NCERT as many as times possible. 25 to 30 question. In terms of doing that, you must need to develop your critical thinking ability a little. But one thing is that these application based questions are also again applications of concepts of NCERT. That is why NCERT study is mandatory. As I have said, the last out of box questions, I am not preferring these questions to be answered, because hectic questions, if you are having this, just leave the questions. So that is all. Thank you.